Hello and welcome on Sport Updates on Trust TV. Adini Gishafe, trying to take you around the world of sports in the jiffy as we look at Nigerian athletes preparing ahead of the Budapest 2023 international competition there. Budapest 2023 World Athletics Championship. Chioma Onyekwere throws 64.96 meters to qualify, and it's a celebration right now because a lot of athletes are jostling for honors to see how they can make it to Budapest. But right now, this Nigerian discus thrower has done well for herself by throwing 64.96, beating the records or standards set by the authorities concerning that particular competition there. Well, good one for Chioma Onyekwere now. Nigerians will be hoping to see more of Nigerian athletes qualifying there. Congratulations to her, and we hope that she will get there to perform well. While joining me in the studio, I have Jide Olushola. Good to have you in the studio.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, you just saw that particular story there. I see you smiling.
I just love the picture. You know, that picture is beautiful.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure Chioma should look for that picture and frame it.
Seriously?
And keep it in a room.
Well, looking at the fact that right now she has done the business of qualifying for the Budapest 2023 World Athletics Championship, and a lot of people are happy. It shows that really this lady, I still remember another lady called Folashade who's into shot put.
Yes.
Both of them have been very fantastic when it comes to this sport of discus, shot put, hammer.
Yes.
You look at Ese Brume in long jump, she's doing well. You look at Toby Amushon in hurdles, she's also doing well. It seems our ladies, really, let's give them kudos. They've really made Nigerians sport to be put at the world map. Anytime you think of any sport, think of Nigerian women. Really, they are doing well.
No, like you said, we need to give them kudos for, you know, they've been doing very well, from Amuson to Brume, now to Chioma, to, you know, all of them. The girls, they've been doing very well. The
Paralympics, all of them.
They've been doing very, very well. And it's not surprised that Chioma is getting to this stage as well, because she has done it in the past. At the African level, now she's not going international again. So it's not surprising for me to see Chioma doing this. My prayer now is that when she gets to Budapest, she'll meet tougher opposition. Then that's where we now see a real talent again coming out. But I believe she will surely do well because it's something that she has been doing over the years. It's something that she's used to. She has faced oppositions, stronger oppositions, and she has always triumphed. So going to Budapest to even beat her own record is very feasible because she can do it. She has the strength, she has the mentality, she has the ability to do it, and I'm looking forward to more to success from her when she gets to Budapest. We
hope to see more of Chioma Onyekwere there right now, doing so well, qualifying very early for the Budapest 2023 that will be coming up. World Athletics Championship there. She will represent Nigeria in discus, and we just have to appreciate the fact that she has done well. Let's look at another story. IMC to remain in office to complete mandate according to NFF. Right now, looking at the fact that NFF roll out that they will be constituting boards in a month's time concerning NWFA, NFF, and MPFA and all that. But right now, they had to put this one out. Interim Management Committee are the one governing or running the affairs of the MPFL. But they said, well, they have to run and end this particular league that they are running.
No, it's just normal. That's the right thing to do because you can't put them off now and institute a board for MPFL now. That is,
when the dig is still on.
Yes, you're going to cause commotion because the board that you inaugurate, they might try to cancel certain things of the IMC or whatever. So this is the right move for IMC. Though the IMC was supposed to stay for 3 months, but then it was renewed, allocated. Now they've been told that they will stay at the end of the season, which will end by next month, by God's grace, and everything. And it is it's a very laudable idea. I mean, from the NFF, you know, to tell them that your mandate is till the end of the season. And kudos to IMC, led by Mr. Honorable Gbenga Elebele. He has done fabulously well in this very short time. He has done to see that the Nigerian league, you know, comes up very well. We have seen away teams winning games, and of course we have seen beautiful games, and they even where some clubs have misbehaved, they've been punished.
They've dealt with them.
Yes, financially and of course points deduction. So they are bringing in sanity into the system, and it's very, very good for the Nigerian football. And of course, though we are not doing well on the African stage, but we are still Rivers United, of course, doing well for us on the stage. We are going out to play very soon. So I'm glad that the IMC has done this much compared to what LMC have done in the past. LMC was just, I'm trying to say, they really messed up. As in, they really messed up. Though they had good ideas, but I think
the execution of those ideas were too poor.
They didn't follow their own ideas. I think they were, at some points, they were relaxed, and they didn't follow up with their rules and regulations, except on few occasions where they raised the hammer out on clubs. But the IMC has been very, very consistent with that. And then they've gotten sponsors. Yeah, no, that will take
our support them.
Yes, and the monies for the clubs have been given, even for the league started. They gave I think
200 million.
Yes, that's 30 million naira to each club to go and start the run of your club, of your players, and they're going to give out a cash prize of 100 million to the winners of this. But in the past, LMC never gave out money to clubs. Well, so all the money LMC, and the LMC, they're in debt. You know, that their staff have been owed. So many things but IMC has come in, you know, in a very short while to, you know, sanitize the system. And I just pray that this same board, they are allowed to, you know, even to prepare for the next season. Probably they should be part of the new board.
Yes, some of them at least. Let them make it.
Yeah, part of the new board that will be inaugurated or be instituted next for the coming season, because this board has really, this IMC rather, they've done their very best in a very, very short time.
In a very short time, we've seen what the interim management committee set up by the NFF to run the affairs of football in Nigeria. But right now, the good thing is we are actually enjoying the fact that the league, despite it's a bridge league, is still going well, and you can't take that away, and hopefully it will get better as they continue to execute the league there. Well, from the way it is now, we move away from the IMC story. Let's talk about Nigerian football, but this time around, the Federations Cup is starting soon, and round of 64 draw has been made. Well, it's going to be a big one because two big teams, you can call it two of them elephant, but one is elephant Faba. Rivers United to battle Eyimba International in star match of round of 64 in the Federations Cup. That's somebody was like, why putting
it's too early.
Why putting Eyimba and Rivers together? What happened? How did the draw go to that?
It's too early. But maybe to if it's a round of 12.
Round of 16, round of 8 or thereabout.
For 64. It's just
what happened? They don't
it's just too early for them to meet now.
Oh my goodness.
Automatically now, one of them is going to drop. At the same time, it's good because we will now see maybe the NLO team or NLL team, you know, the so-called giant killers coming on board, you know, and make a statement. That's the beauty of this
Federations Cup.
Yes, no, to see smaller teams. We have seen smaller teams defeating the bigger teams in the past. Club or non-club. That you don't
just
know,
come and
you
shock
don't know their history
everyone. I saw a team in that list, that logo there. I was like, wow, what a team.
Teams that you have no idea. You don't even know where they play. But they can just come. I remember I'm trying to record them with this team that defeated Pillars, defeated Eyimba themselves about 2 or 3 seasons ago. One unknown giant killers. But so that's just a bit of this but for Eyimba and Rivers. It's just too early for them to meet.
It's too early.
Too early.
But really, even though it was a draw, but come on, a lot of people
they could have given them. They could have separated the big boys first out,
and then play, at least separate the big boys, then get the other smaller teams in one side. So as you are doing the draw, make sure it's actually interwoven.
Yeah, so but you need people to come and watch all these kind of games at when it gets to the deciding games from
round of 16
like that. You need all these kind of clubs. Not I'll now go and watch. What do you call that club again?
I'm not
going to watch them. Whatever at round of quarterfinals. No, I would prefer to watch clubs like Pillars or Eyimba or like the big team. But you cannot mix them up with the
smaller team. And if there's going to be a shocking moment, let it come naturally.
Yes.
So that you'll be like, okay, you really worked for it.
Yes.
You deserve to be there. If any smaller team.
By round of 64. I don't know how they did the draw, but
Rivers versus Eyimba. Maybe because they wanted a star match that would draw a lot of people to watch. Trying to, I just see IMC.
Smart FC and
Eyimba.
or something.
Or another smaller team to face Rivers.
By the way, it's a draw, but how they did the draw is just left to the.
Well, just so at least it's football anyway. It's always good like that to let the big boys also showcase themselves. Even though it's going to be a star match between Rivers and Eyimba. it's a fight to finish there because two elephants will be meeting, and you know this the grass will be suffering there. A big one between Rivers United, defending champion NPF, and Eyimba. Yes, they are the most successful club when it comes to football in Nigeria so far for what they've done in CAF, and also looking at Nigerian professional football, or rather Premier Football League. There, just give you updates concerning what's happening about the Federations Cup that will be starting soon. And now we quickly have to go abroad. Now let's look at some games that will be coming up tonight. First of all, we pitch our tent over there at the Europa League. Europa League will be starting. We look at the second leg, quarter-final, second leg fixtures. Roma will be facing Feyenoord. Sevilla will be at home against Manchester United. It ended 2-2 in the first leg, and that's a fight to finish. For Roma and Feyenoord actually led the first leg by a lone goal, and it's still very dicey because Roma can actually turn things around. Sporting Lisbon, Juventus, St. Louis versus Bayern Leverkusen. But we are focusing on 2 out of these 4, although we have Nigerian Boniface will be in Union St. Louis, and right now, let's look at Roma first. The possible lineup for Roma tonight in that game. You look at for Roma lineup from the goalkeeper department, Rui Patricio, Gianluca Mancini, Smalling, Ibanez, Zaleski, Cristante. You have Nemanja Matic, Leonardo Spinazzola, Sharawi, Lorenzo Pellegrini, and you have Tammy Abraham. That's for possible lineup for Roma. They will be playing 3-4-2-1, and for for Feyenoord 4-3-3. You look at the goalpost, you have Justin Bilo there, David Hankel, Ganotrona, Lucharel Gatruda, and you have Hartmann at the back ahead of the goalkeeper, Okun Koko, Mans Welfa, Sebastian Simaski. You have Jan Bakic, Jimenez, and also Osama Idrisi at the front there. Well, 4-3 is the formation that Feyenoord will be playing against AS Roma. Let's look at this side by side, Jide. It's a tough one because Roma are trailing Feyenoord by a long goal, and it's at the Stadio Olimpico in Rome, which is something they can easily get. They can easily, of course, they can score against Feyenoord. No, one goal difference is nothing when it comes to knockouts. I mean, like this. If it's 3 goals, it can be difficult, but 1 goal, of course, I expect Jose Mourinho, being an experienced coach, being somebody who has been in this system for a very long time, that Tammy Brown, who he loves so much like his son, will be able to deliver the goods for. And he has fantastic players in his squad. Of course, Matic is someone he has known for a very long time. Patricio is his countryman. I remember I brought in Dybala, so a lot of options. Yeah, he has options that they can use that will get him the goods in Rome. And you know, and there's a kind of love that the Romans have for Roma, you know, and Mourinho has brought in so much excitement into that city. They always come out in mass. They come out in full colors, you know, to cheer their teams, and you expect that the Feyenoord are going to be drowned in Stadio Olimpico tonight, because the Roman army, including the fans, they are coming in their full force to ensure that they get the maximum, not the maximum points. They defeat Feyenoord and qualify Roma, rather. Yes. Okay, now, my only fear is the fact that the Feyenoord team, they are very, very youthful, young, agile players. Although I know Mourinho, he knows what to do when he's looking for a win. And coupled with the fact that at least he won the Europa Conference League with the same AS Roma, yes. Right? So it's like he has taken them from step 3 to step 2. Now the step 2 is here. All he needs to do is to inculcate to them that, okay, you won this last year, that's Europa Conference League. This is Europa League. It's bigger, the money is bigger. Why don't you go out there and do the business? But I look at Feyenoord, like I said, very youthful team. Yeah, you find that almost like Ajax, you know, 3 seasons ago. I think they're about where they started the whole world to get to semi-finals of the Champions League. You know, very useful, and so it's almost the same thing with. You know, there's something about Dutch football. They invest so much in youthful players. Maybe you can just have maybe 1 or 2 old players there just to get them for experience. But they focus, they build that team with youthful players. So it's not surprising that Feyenoord has more youthful players than AS Roma, who have older players 10 and above in their squad. But this is where the experience will now come in on the side of the Roman players against the youthfulness of the Feyenoord team. Yeah, the Feyenoord, they can start to use their speed and everything, their agility. But then I expect players like Matic
who has played in the Champions League, who has played even in the final, who has played, of course, able to, you know,
the experience is there.
The experience is there. Dybala as well. If he plays, of course, he's also very experienced. Having played with Juventus, having played, of course, for Italy as well too. I'm sorry, for Argentina. So they should bring that experience on board against a U2 side. But then I still, like I said earlier, I'm still going to pitch my tent with
AS Roma.
No.
Now Sevilla, Manchester United, 2-2 first leg, 2-2, and now they are going to the home of Sevilla. We know, yes, they might not be at their best right now. It's a tough one for them. But I see a team, looking at this particular possible lineup for Sevilla right now. You have Bono, you have Gonzalo Montiel, Niazo, Macao, Acuna, Gudel. You have Lucas Ocampos, experienced Ivan Rakitic at number 10 there. Oliver Torres, Fernando, Yusuf El Nesri. Do you think Manchester United, let's look at Man United, possible lineup. You look at David here at the back, 4-2-3-1, Diego Dalot, Lindelof, Fred, Casemiro. I still don't know why you are laughing anyway. Harry Maguire, although it's a possible lineup. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Eriksen, Anthony, Martial at the front, and you have Jadon Sancho.
You know why I'm laughing? Because of Harry Maguire.
Well, because what if he's going to be the one to save Man United?
It wasn't that caused the downfall.
He could save them. Now, it could be the savior now.
You just got in few minutes.
Someone is actually saying Maguire, but really? What if Maguire is going to be the savior tonight?
But you are as good as your last game. You just came in a few minutes to the end of the game, and of course, Ongo.
You cause
Ongo. So Harry Maguire, no, just Sevilla that the king of Europa League. They've won it back-to-back 3 times, and they've won it several times against. And it's going to be very difficult for Man U, on a much serious note, for Man U to really defeat Sevilla in Spain. They can defeat, but they have to. That means they have to really, really work out their socks, to get the victory. All what Sevilla just do is just get another, probably a goalless draw or a 1-1 draw, and
away it doesn't count anymore.
Oh, that's
now. It's
true.
over. Yes, they don't use that anymore.
But maybe a 1-0 win and they lock up their defense, or something just to get that. It's going to be very difficult for
Man United.
They can defeat Sevilla, but
the way you see is that it's more difficult for Manchester United than Sevilla.
Yeah, it's more difficult because for them to have gone to Old Trafford, trailing 2-0 and come back to 2-2, even though they're lucky goals. But it's just so that for them to be going forward meant that they needed those goals, and those goals came for them via mistake. From Harry Maguire and
your friend, your friend Harry Maguire. But really, I think it's high time the technical crew or coaching crew of Man United should look into Harry Maguire. It's not as if he's the only one that must be used.
Luckily for them, Nacho is. Martinez is injured. Only going to know when he comes back. To me, that guy is one of the best defenders we have in the world right now, because he puts his heart, body, soul. He puts his body to block shots. He's not the kind of player that puts his arm behind his back and dodge ball. He puts.
So who does that?
We've seen what this guy, this Liverpool defender.
Van Dijk,
he does that.
I thought we were to mention Maguire. What has Maguire done to you?
No. But Maguire sometimes he also puts his edge. But sometimes
he used to dodge ball.
But he's just, I don't know. He's just be unlucky. He's just unlucky.
I watch. If you check Maguire, Virgil van Dijk, Cucurella, those kind of players. What's happening to them? Before they came to these big clubs, they were really rock solid defenders. Rock solid. If you check, in fact, somebody is calling Cucurella the lady of Chelsea because of the fact that the only thing you see is the air, and the next thing you see a calamity coming up. But really, these are defenders that did well where they came from Brighton, from Leicester or thereabout. But they all did well before they came to this. Even when they got there, I remember VVD getting best defender and all that.
Yes. When he got to Liverpool, Ali was to even go past VVD. You had to struggle.
Yes. Yeah. So what went wrong with them? Most of these guys.
But looking at Cucurella and Maguire, I think they could not meet up with the pressure of playing at the top level. They're comfortable playing at the mid-table. So at that mid-table, they knew that they had nothing to lose and they had nothing to gain except just to play football. When Harry Maguire was at Leicester, it was fantastic. Though nobody knew him per se, but he was doing his job silently. But the moment he was bought for over £80 million and everything, all the pressure now came on him. But when he goes to England, it does quite well for England as well. He scores some goals for England. But when it comes to Man U, I think that pressure
is too much.
And then the insults, the
bullying,
everything,
social media attack,
everything.
And all that.
If I were him, I
I'm leaving.
I just leave football.
Taking that club. We're talking about Manchester United against Sevilla tonight. A big one there that will be happening. Now, quickly, let's flip straight to the Europa Conference League. Games will also be coming up in the Europa Conference, in the top tier of UEFA competitions. Let's look at the fixtures quickly. Before we give you the story from transfer. Aikman versus Anderlecht, that will be coming up so soon. Faster, that will be the first game. And you have Fiorentina, Lecce, Poznan, OGC Nice, Basel, West Ham United, KAA Ghent. Let's look at the two OGC Nice versus Basel quickly. Looking at the possible lineup for OGC Nice there. You have it at the goalpost, Schmeichel, Kasper there, Yusuf Ndashimiye, Todibo, Dante. You have Ramsey, Aaron. You have Laborde, Terem Murphy's at the top there, top 9 there, Rosario, and all of them ready. Let's look at the team they'll be facing. OGC Nice right now are ready to also face Basel. 3-5-2, Marwin Hayes, Pelman, Miller, Boga, you have Xhaka, and not forgetting Anduni, Zakiri, all of them battle ready to face OGC Nice there. And quickly, let's look at West Ham also. West Ham possible lineup 4-3-3. Areola is there. Vladimir Kofa. You look at Zuma, Kurt Zuma, Aguerd, Imasin, Declan Rice, the one that has been pursued by Chelsea, Manu, and all of them. Said Berrama, Danny Ings, Bowen, Paqueta, and Downs, all battle ready for this particular game. While we look at the opponent, KAA Ghent, the team from Belgium, they have battle ready with the Nigerian Gift Orban at the front. Hugo Gaipas, you have Hyun Sin Hong, Fofana, Desart, Coombs, Castro Montes, Torunariga, Okumo, you have Platowski, and you have David Ref. 3-4-1-2. Well, from the way it is right now, just to let you have a feel of what is happening concerning those games. Quickly, before we wrap it up, let's look at West Ham once lists Paulo Fonseca as a potential replacement for David Moyes. And also, Chelsea could offload Edouard Mendy for Arrizabalaga for Dortmund's goalkeeper Grigor Puel there. Those are the stories to let you have a feel of transfer stories there. Grigor Kobel could take over in place of either Edouard Mendy or Arrizabalaga. It's been a wonderful time with Jide Olushola in the studio. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And right now, we have to wrap it up on Sport Update. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.